Vegetable oil. It sounds to be a healthy oil, but it is highly processed and full of trans fats and pro-inflammatory compounds. During refining, the oil is exposed to high heat and chemical treatments, which can lead to the formation of trans fats and compounds that promote inflammation in the body. Contrary to old advice, studies suggest that industrial seed oils, high linoleic acid, may increase the risk of heart disease rather than reduce it. The highly refined nature of these oils is associated with accelerated weight gain and metabolic syndrome. Research referenced by the National Library of Medicine has shown that repeated heating of such oils can increase blood pressure and total cholesterol. Alongside this, it may contribute to inflammation within blood vessels and gradual changes that can lead to atherosclerosis. In everyday use, some alternatives are considered more stable and less prone to breakdown. Oils such as avocado oil retain their structure more effectively, while coconut oil, butter, and ghee remain stable due to their composition. Reducing exposure often begins with simple choices, such as limiting processed foods that commonly contain refined oils like soybean or canola. Avoiding high-temperature frying and choosing more stable fats for cooking can also help lower potential risks, along with taking a moment to check ingredient labels when selecting packaged foods. But vegetable oil is just a generic label. To see what's actually inside, we have to look at the two giants hiding in almost every restaurant fryer: soybean oil. While it's cheap and versatile, several health concerns make it a potentially toxic choice. It is commonly GMO, genetically modified, and high in omega-6 fatty acids, which can cause inflammation when consumed in excess. Research from UC Riverside has shown that diets high in soybean oil led to obesity, diabetes, insulin resistance, and fatty liver in mice. Other studies have suggested that high intake may influence genes linked to inflammation and neurological conditions such as anxiety, depression, and Alzheimer's, also observed in mice. It has also been associated with changes in the gut microbiome that are considered unfavorable. It's also unstable at high heat, leading to toxic compounds. In addition, much of it is produced through high heat refining and chemical extraction using hexane, a petroleum-based solvent. Findings referenced by the National Library of Medicine indicate links to diabetes, glucose intolerance, and insulin resistance, along with greater weight gain and fat accumulation compared to fructose. In everyday life, reducing intake often comes down to limiting processed and restaurant foods, where this oil is commonly used. Many people turn instead to oils with lower linoleic acid content, such as olive oil, coconut oil, and avocado oil, which are generally considered more stable choices. Corn oil. Corn oil is widely used in cooking, but its composition and method of production have raised ongoing concerns. It is high in omega-6 fatty acids, and when these are consumed in excess without enough omega-3s to balance them, they may promote inflammation in the body, which is linked to conditions such as heart disease, obesity, diabetes, and cancer. Corn oil breaks down during high-heat cooking, like deep frying, producing toxic compounds called aldehydes, which are linked to Alzheimer's and heart disease. Most corn oil is derived from genetically modified corn and processed using solvents like hexane, along with bleaching and deodorizing, which degrades nutritional value. Research from the Schulich School of Medicine and Dentistry has also examined oils like corn and safflower, which are rich in omega-6 linoleic acid but contain very little omega-3. Recent evidence suggests that these oils are not associated with the expected benefits for heart health. In everyday use, reducing exposure often involves avoiding high-temperature cooking methods with corn oil, especially deep frying, where breakdown is more likely. Many people turn instead to alternatives such as olive oil, coconut oil, or avocado oil, which are considered more stable. When corn oil is used, some prefer organic, cold-pressed, or unrefined versions to limit exposure to chemical residues. Diabetes and weight gain are bad enough. But this next one is even crazier. It's a byproduct of the clothing industry, and it's loaded with things you'd never want to eat. Flaxseed oil. Flaxseed oil is generally safe but poses risks including digestive issues, diarrhea, bloating, potential hormone-sensitive cancer risks, and increased bleeding, especially with blood thinners. It should be avoided during pregnancy due to prematurity risks, and it must not be heated as it oxidizes easily. Pregnant women, particularly in the second or third trimester, should avoid flaxseed oil due to an increased risk of premature birth. Safety during breastfeeding is not established. Because flaxseed oil can act like estrogen, individuals with hormone-sensitive conditions like breast, uterine, or ovarian cancer, or endometriosis, should consult a doctor before use. It may increase the risk of bleeding, particularly in people with bleeding disorders or those taking anticoagulant/antiplatelet medications. It should be discontinued at least 2 weeks before surgery. Flaxseed oil is also highly unstable and does not tolerate heat well. When exposed to warmth or air, it can oxidize quickly and become rancid, which may contribute to inflammation. Because of this, it is usually kept refrigerated and not used for cooking. It may also interact with medications related to blood thinning, blood sugar, and blood pressure, and those with an underactive thyroid are often advised to use it with caution. Think sticking to the health aisle keeps you safe? Not exactly. This next oil is great for supplements, but heat it up and it literally turns toxic. Refined sunflower oil. Sunflower oil is widely used in cooking, but its effects depend greatly on the type and how it is handled. Standard refined sunflower oil contains high levels of omega-6 fatty acids and becomes toxic when heated above its smoke point. When heated, these fats oxidize easily, forming toxic aldehydes and free radicals, which are linked to inflammation, cancer, and heart disease. The way the oil is processed also plays a role. Refined sunflower oil typically goes through bleaching, deodorization, and chemical treatment. This process can produce harmful contaminants, including fatty acid esters like 2-MCPDE and 3-MCPDE. High intake is associated with an increased risk of heart disease, diabetes, and fatty liver disease. Like all oils, it is calorie-dense, and excessive consumption contributes to obesity. In everyday use, high oleic sunflower oil is often preferred because it is more resistant to oxidation. Lower heat cooking helps reduce the formation of harmful compounds, and many people turn to alternatives such as avocado oil, coconut oil, or ghee, which tend to remain more stable under heat. So if heat is the problem, are refined oils the answer? That's what the labels say. But they aren't telling you about the chemicals used to make them neutral. Grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil is a cooking oil made from the seeds of grapes, usually left behind as a byproduct during winemaking. With a neutral taste, relatively high smoke point, and possible health benefits due to polyphenol, this oil is garnering attention among chefs and home cooks. However, grapeseed oil has some undesirable properties of which most people aren't aware. As a seed oil, it's high in unstable, inflammatory omega-6 fats. Excess consumption may cause chronic inflammation, which is linked to obesity, metabolic syndrome, and heart disease. Many commercial grapeseed oils are extracted using chemical solvents like hexane. While refined, residues may remain, and hexane is considered a neurotoxin. Cold-pressed varieties are considered safer alternatives. There has also been discussion around the presence of polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons, or PAHs, which are environmental contaminants that have been linked to cancer in some studies. With its high calorie content, around 120 calories per tablespoon, regular heavy use can also contribute to weight gain, which in turn raises risks for diabetes and heart disease. People who are allergic to grapes may react to it as well, and in sensitive individuals it has been associated with symptoms like dizziness, headaches, nausea, and it can cause severe irritation on open wounds. It increases the risk of bleeding, especially if taken with other blood thinners, such as warfarin, clopidogrel, or aspirin. For those who use it, moderation is often emphasized, along with choosing cold-pressed varieties when possible and storing the oil properly to reduce degradation over time. You might not buy this for your kitchen, but you're probably eating it every day. It's the invisible oil in 50% of snacks, and it has a very dark side. Palm oil. This tropical oil has been used since populations were based on the fruit of the oil palm tree, Elaeis guineensis. It has been used since populations relied on the oil palm fruit as a food source, and over time it has become one of the most widely used oils in the world. It contains a high level of saturated fat, around 50%, which can raise LDL cholesterol and increase the risk of heart disease and stroke when consumed in large amounts. Refined palm oil, heated to high temperatures in processed foods, may contain 3-MCPD and glycidyl esters, G, which are classified as potential human carcinogens. Consuming refined palm oil can trigger chronic inflammation, potentially leading to arthritis and liver issues. Due to high calorie density, it contributes to obesity when consumed regularly, often in processed snacks. Healthier alternatives include switching to oils like olive oil or avocado oil. Choosing products with RSPO, Roundtable on Sustainable Palm Oil, certification can help reduce environmental impact. Cold-pressed or unrefined palm oil is also often preferred over highly refined versions. Now for the Holy Grail. Everyone says olive oil is perfect. But even this superfood has a limit that most people are crossing daily. Extra virgin olive oil. Considered by many as a staple in serious kitchens, olive oil has also gained a strong reputation as a heart-healthy ingredient. Yet, like all oils, it is still a concentrated fat extracted from the olive, meaning it no longer carries most of the original fruit's whole food structure. Its main concern, as with other oils, comes from its high calorie density, around 120 kilocalories per tablespoon. As a calorie-dense food, excessive daily consumption, beyond 2 to 4 tablespoons, without adjusting other calorie intake can lead to weight gain. Due to its fat content, large amounts can cause diarrhea, nausea, abdominal discomfort, and vomiting. When applied to the skin, olive oil can cause rashes, especially in those with sensitive skin. It is also comedogenic, meaning it can clog pores and cause acne breakouts. While usually protective, some research indicates excessive fat intake, including from olive oil, can contribute to plaque buildup in arteries. It has mild blood-thinning effects, which could interact with blood pressure or blood-thinning medications. Extra virgin olive oil is considered safe for most home cooking and is more stable than many other oils, without becoming immediately harmful under normal use. Still, moderation is often emphasized, with intake commonly kept around 1 to 2 tablespoons per day to balance potential benefits and drawbacks. Avocado oil. Compared to seed and vegetable oils like soybean, cottonseed, corn, and sunflower, avocado oil is often seen as a healthier and more stable option. It is rich in monounsaturated fats, especially oleic acid, and it has a much higher smoke point. In contrast, many industrial seed oils are heavily refined and contain higher levels of omega-6 polyunsaturated fats, which are more prone to oxidation. Because avocado oil is more expensive to produce, there are concerns about adulteration. Some products labeled as pure or extra virgin avocado oil may be blended with cheaper oils such as soybean, sunflower, or safflower oil, which can change its overall quality. There is also the issue of freshness. A notable amount of commercial avocado oil may already be rancid before its expiration date, often due to inconsistent processing, storage, or quality control during production and distribution. For better quality, attention is often given to reputable brands, including those tested in studies such as those from UC Davis, with names like Chosen Foods, Marianne's, or CalPure often mentioned. High-quality, unrefined avocado oil is typically described as having a rich, vibrant green tone. Proper storage also matters. Keeping the oil in a cool, dark place helps slow down oxidation and preserve its quality for longer.